It's the Kyle Hyman Show on Redeemer Radio.
This is Kyle Hyman, and joining us is one of our newest staff members here at Redeemer Radio, Mariam Schmitz.
Good morning.
Actually, I take that back. You've been part-time staff as a producer of Truth and Charity with Bishop Rhodes, but worked from home and stopped in and recorded. Right. Now you're here at the office. We get to see you every day.
Every day, all day.
Can give you a high five.
Yeah. No, it's been good. I enjoy being here.
New position is as program director?
Right.
Is that the official title?
That's the official title. I'm still producing Truth and Charity with Bishop Rhodes. I'm wearing multiple hats, which is common for Redeemer Radio. We have multiple people wearing multiple hats.
So many hat racks around here to keep track of all these hats.
It's good. It's all good. Yeah. But yeah, so I started at the beginning of June as program director, and I knew that one of the things I wanted to do right off the bat was to get a good gauge of listener feedback. Mm-hmm. What do people enjoy listening to? What do people wish we would start broadcasting? Just get some general ideas from our listeners. So that is what we did through this programming survey that is currently on our website. And we're just hoping to get as much feedback as possible so we can move forward with our programming in a way that is very intentional and armed with what our listeners' preferences are at the same time. So what all are we evaluating
here? And I think people might not know what we have control over versus what we don't have control over with our current situation. So maybe you could explain a little bit of the breakdown, long-term versus short-form, long-form programming versus short-form programming. That's kind of a tongue twister.
It is. That's actually one of the challenges when it comes to programming here at the station is we get a lot of our programs from like EWTN and Ave Maria Radio. So that's long form. So those would be programs like Al Cresta or Catholic Answers or Morning Glory, shows that are 30 minutes or longer, I believe, are long form. So we basically just carry those, we just literally broadcast them through our towers, whatever the technical way to put it is.
Also for people that stream through digital devices would be the same content. If it's live streamed, that's the content that you're getting. Right.
And we don't really have too much control over those programs. But we do, like with Truth and Charity or like with your morning show or with Church Life Today, we have these locally produced programs that I think one of the things that we'd like to do moving forward, I know I'm very interested in it, is trying to find more unique ways of providing programming to our listeners so that we don't necessarily have to rely so much on EWTN or Ave Maria so that we can tweak things how we want them and our mission in mind. Our mission is to spread the good news of Jesus Christ throughout the Fort Wayne South Bend Diocese. So we're looking more towards more local programming, long-form programming. So yeah, that's long-form and short-form. Some, like I say, we have control over, some we don't. But with podcasting sort of exploding here recently, there's all different kinds of amazing Catholic podcasts that I'd love to figure out a way to get them to air on our station because they're just doing very unique things that I definitely think help us fulfill our mission.
Yeah.
So that's where the survey comes in. And we launched it at the beginning of August, and it's still on our website. It only takes about 5 to 8 minutes. We had lots of different people time themselves. How long does it take to fill it out? And it was pretty much a consensus, 5 to 8 minutes. You can remain anonymous if you like, or you can give us your name. But the bottom line is we just want to know not only how do you listen to Redeemer Radio, how often do they listen, how Redeemer Radio has helped them. I always love hearing about these stories of people listening to the station and they learn more about the Catholic faith or it brought them back to the church even. I've heard stories about that, going to confession after many years away, or people are just interested in learning more about the Catholic Church. So they'll listen to the station and it'll get them curious and they'll go to an RCIA class or something like that and it starts them on their spiritual journey. And I just think that's amazing that our radio station can do that for people.
Yeah. Yeah, so for people that would like to fill us out, you go to redeemerradio.com, and there's a little icon there. Pretty big icon. You shouldn't say little icon. Big button there that you can click on to fill out that survey. And like you said, you can be anonymous. We'd rather have anonymous feedback than no feedback at all.
Right.
But if you are willing to share your name, contact information, that could be helpful if we want more clarification on something, if we'd like to follow up with something.
Perfect.
Great. Thanks, Mariam.
Thank you.